Today I'm going to be ranking all 5 of the main Gorilla Tag areas based on my experiences with them. And yes, I will be including City because you can actually play tag in it in a private match. So without further ado, let's get them ranked. You all know what I'm going to put for number 5. It's obviously the Canyon. I mean, this place is just horrendous to play tag in, especially for newcomers. Let's just address the worst problem first. The layout. The whole thing is just one big winding path, and if you even try to take one leap of faith to escape one of the taggers, you just fall into a hole, and especially for newcomers, this is a pain because it's impossible to get out. Not to mention that the entire place is just kind of a barren wasteland with a few cacti and maybe a bush here and there, and it just generally doesn't have that much to do. Unlike Forest, where there's a slide and a campfire and a little gazebo, this place just has nothing. It's just a big path with a couple of houses on the walls. The only thing I really like about it is the way it looks at night, and other than that, it's just not a very fun map. And that's why I got ranked number 5. And up next we have the mountain, and this place is actually so far away from the tree that it has its own matchmaking computer. And despite its low ranking, it actually is one of the best looking maps, and I honestly kind of like the aesthetic here. The parkour here is actually really fun, and there's a whole lot of stuff to do, including these purple slides that are spanning the entire map, but this map obviously has its flaws. When it first released, we were able to steer really well on this ice here, which led to the discovery of the wall surfing glitch, but now they've nerfed this steering ability to a practically uncontrollable level, and as you can see, you can't really wall surf anymore. And not to mention, playing tag here is just kind of awful because if you ever make a wrong step, you're going to end up on an icy path and get stuck there for a while, basically unable to move. That's the problem with this map. It's not really based around tag. It's more of just a fun recreational center. And that's probably the biggest reason that it got so low on this list. In the number 3 spot, we have the caves. The moment you walk in, there's this little like musical instrument thing where you can play whatever you want on these crystals, and the parkour here gets a solid 7.5 out of 10. The vast array of crystals allows for some pretty good juking, and also the wall running here is great because all of the walls are angled. Not only this, but there's also a huge system of mines under the whole thing. And while I do love running around in the mines and the caves, it's just got one downside that sets it as low as it is on this list. It's just the look of the whole place. Like everywhere you go, it's just kind of a dark area, and then suddenly you'll find this random obnoxious neon crystal glowing there. That, paired with the awkward angle that you have to grab a crystal in order to climb onto it, set it so low on this list. And the second best of our top 2 is the city. Not only is this the place that you get all your cosmetics, but the parkour here is phenomenal. And there's just a bunch of cracks and crevices to explore, and it's a ton of fun. This is also the entrance to the mountain, and it's a place where you can do this parkour section in order to unlock competitive matchmaking. If you stay here for a while, you'll notice this little crack in the 2nd floor window, and if you go in here, you can actually go upstairs to the 3rd floor and find a secret cosmetic up there. And also there's these random monkeys outside that if you look up, you'll watch them and they're just kind of stalking you. Overall, it just packs a lot of nice features into a good sized space, and that's why it's one of my personal favorites. If there's anywhere a gorilla belongs, it's in the jungle. And this game captures that idea to a point of near perfection. Aside from the little gazebo, the tree house, and the fire pit, the ability to swing from branch to branch onto different structures and stuff just makes it really feel like you actually are a gorilla in a forest. And you can climb literally anything. And it just feels like every time you jump in some direction, there's always like a branch or a platform within arm's reach to grab onto and save yourself again. And I think my favorite part about this map is the escape routes. There's just so many different ways that you can escape someone in ways that they don't even know how to do. And I honestly keep discovering new ones every time I play. Not to mention pretty much every skill like wall running, wall climbing, pinch climbing, you can learn it here. The forest is just generally the best map. It looks great, it feels great to jump around in. There's not really anything I can say is wrong with this place. And that's why I consider it by far to be the best map in Gorilla Tag. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and also tell me what you thought in the comments. I'm glad to hear criticism. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.